Newt Gingrich backed down last night in his attacks on Mitt Romney and also attacking the media. This morning, though, the neutron bomb, is this right, guys? This is right. The neutron bomb back in effect. Take a listen. He's blasting Mitt Romney.
We discovered last night that Mitt Romney has picked up Charlie Crist's campaign team. I thought that sort of told you everything you needed to know about this primary. Romney has a new debate coach whose specialty is to say as many untrue things as fast as you can.
Now, see, I don't just read anything that's in the prompter without questioning it. You know, I did want to question that. Gentlemen, let's talk about this. Thanks for joining me this morning. I have former Democratic Florida Congressman Alan Grayson and Bob McEwen, former Republican Congressman from Ohio, who also is a Newt Gingrich supporter. Again, gentlemen, thanks for being here. Congressman McEwen, I'll start with you. We saw less Newt, the attack dog, last night, a more toned-down candidate. But this morning, back to the nasty Newt ways. So what is his strategy here, and do you think, because you're backing him, is it going to work in Florida?
Well, I think that Newt is known for his ideas, balancing the budget, welfare reform, etc. That's his basic thrust. On occasion, he picks up the support of Michael Reagan, Fred Thompson, and others. And so when Charles Crist went with the opponent, then he brought that out as well. He basically is focused on making change in Washington, knowing that he can do it because he's proven to be an effective leader.
So, Congressman Grayson, Newt's getting another big infusion of cash, and we're talking about millions more from the Vegas casino billionaire Sheldon Adelson. He's raised about $2 million in donations since South Carolina. In your estimation, how ugly is this going to get with the amount of money that's pouring in now in reference to attack ads in Florida, and whether or not they work?
It's going to get very ugly, but it's not going to make any difference. Newt Gingrich is the most hateful person in American politics today, and he's well on his way to becoming the most hated. His disapproval ratings are now at 60% nationwide, which is very close to his name recognition. And the more people know him, the more they're going to hate him. He's the new Nixon, and none of this money is going to make any difference in that regard, particularly with the Cuban community, because only 4 years ago, Newt Gingrich said Spanish is the language of the ghetto.
Congressman McEwen, I want to talk to you about, though, the establishment and whether or not
notice there was no issue involved there.
Yeah, whether it's a fair establishment worry on the right about Newt Gingrich imploding. Do you think that's fair that people worry about that? I mean, he kept it together through South Carolina, strongly pulling out of South Carolina and going on to Florida. But is that a fair worry?
Well, as you know, the things that people care about are jobs. We now have twice as many people unemployed as we had 5 years ago. We've shut down the opportunity for new energy by shutting down a pipeline. The effort that the people are losing their jobs, are losing their homes, 40% of all the homes that are underwater in Florida. What are the answers to those things? Newt has solutions and ideas, and not just the slams and aside and the sneers, but actually has, if you go to newt.org, you can see point after point after point, not only that he has them, but he can implement them. As you know, we've only had 4 balanced budgets in any of our lifetimes, the first time since Calvin Coolidge. It was under his leadership. The only welfare reform, the only entitlement reform that we've ever had since Roosevelt was during his time when he and Bill Clinton took 2 out of 3 people on welfare, put them back into jobs in the schools. So that's what America is looking for. I understand the capacity to throw mud is what consultants love to do in politics. What the American people care about is, do I have to go through another 4 years of watching my wealth deteriorate under my home, watch my jobs disappear, and watch America slide into second and third rate? That's the direction we're on. Unless we change course with new leadership, we're going to be far worse off 4 years from now.
Congressman Grayson, your thoughts on that?
Well, it's fantasy. Newt Gingrich, like all the Republicans, have no answer for anything. I think that his jobs program is prayer. His health care program is prayer. His education program is prayer. It doesn't matter what he says at his website. The fact is that they think that problems solve themselves, and they just don't. The way we're going to get to a better America is to fight for it, and often to fight against the Republicans in the House to accomplish it.
Well, Newt has found religion in Catholicism, so we'll leave it there. Gentlemen, thanks so much. Former Congressman Alan Grayson and Bob McEwen.
Partisanship response versus issues. Thank you, Thomas, very much.
Thank you, sir.